So we use the levels effect to adjust the color balance in the second clip. Now we're going to use the Lumetri Color effect to do the same for the first clip. So the clip is in pretty good shape, but some fine tuning is going to result in a better product. So press the home key or just drag the timeline over to the beginning. Select the Super Kid movie layer, press enter, and we're going to title this one Close Shot and press enter. And that accepts the new name. With the Close Shot layer selected, click Effect, Color Correction, and then Lumetri Color. In the Effects Controls panel, expand the Basic Correction category right here. Click the eyedropper next to the WB selector, and then click a white area of the boy's shirt. So click somewhere in the white of his shirt, and this will adjust the white balance. The white balance setting determines what the Lumetri color effect identifies as white, which affects the relationship of every other color. When the white balance is appropriate for your image, colors are rendered accurately. Collapse the Basic Correction category and expand Curves. The Curves feature lets you adjust color and brightness in your video image. You can adjust the curves for the entire image to change the black and white levels or brighten or darken midtones. You can also adjust the curve for a specific color channel to balance color or make stylized changes. To adjust a curve, you would click an anchor point and drag. Just that simple. Changes in the image appear immediately in the composition panel. Select the blue color channel, this little blue circle right here, and then click an anchor point and drag the curve down slightly to remove the blue color cast in the image. So we're going to just click right here and then drag it down a little bit, about like this. And that removes the blue color cast that was in the image. So hide the Lumetri. And let's click File and then Save. These shots were taken on a clear day with few clouds. To add a little drama, you're going to key out the sky and replace it with storm clouds. We'll start by using the rigid mask tracker to mask the sky and then key out the sky color. Then you'll replace it with another image. The mask tracker transforms the mask so that it follows the motion of an object or objects in a movie. It's similar to the face tracker you used before. You can use it to mask a moving object so that you can apply a special effect to it. For example, in this case, you'll use it to track the sky as it shifts in a handheld camera. There's a great deal of blue in this clip, in shadows, the cape, and other areas, so it would be difficult to key out the sky without first isolating it. So we're going to go to 222 on your timeline. This was the last frame of the first clip before the transition begins. We're going to select the Close Shot layer. Then select the Pen tool from the Tools panel. Right up here, there's your Pen tool. In the Composition panel, we're going to draw a mask that follows the roof line of the buildings. Complete the mask outline in the image of the Composition panel as you'll see me do. It's okay if the mask cuts off the boy's head because his head doesn't contain blue and won't be keyed out. Alright, so So with the closed shot layer selected in the timeline, and you can see that there's your mask that you created, press the letter M and that will display the mask properties. Choose None from the Mask Mode menu. Wrong thing. Right here where it says Add, we're going to click that and select None. My mouse is messed up. In the world. Mask modes control how masks within a layer interact with one another. By default, all masks are set to Add, which combines the transparency values of any masks that overlap on the same layer. While Add is chosen, areas outside the mask disappear. Choosing None from the Mask Mode menu reveals the entire clip in the composition panel, not just the masked areas, so it's easier to edit. Right-click where it says Mask 1 and click Track Mask. After Effects opens this tracker panel right here. The mask tracker does not alter the shape of the mask to follow a shape. The mask remains the same shape, but the tracker can change its position, rotation, or scale based on the motion in the clip. We're going to use it to track the edges of the buildings without having to manually adjust and track the mask. Because this scene was shot without a tripod, you'll track the position, scale, and rotation of the mask. So in this tracker panel, click right here and make sure it says Position, Scale, and Rotation. Click the Track Selected Mask Backward button, this button right here, and it tracks backward from 222. When tracking is complete, we're going to manually preview the clip to see the mask. If it slips out of place, we're going to adjust the mask on individual frames. You can shift the entire mask or reposition individual points, but don't delete any points, as that will change the mask for all the frames that follow. So we're right here, and you see that we're going to need to move these some, and I'm going to just pause what I'm doing and just go across on each one of these little dots. You need to make adjustments. So it's going to take a little bit of time. All I'm doing is just dragging this going forward in time. And just moving it over. It's tedious. Doesn't have to be perfect.